So it has finally been announced, the Apple March 8th event. Even though the time between the invite release and the event itself has now been the shortest ever at a whopping 6 days. It used to be just about a week, but now it's 6 days evidently. We finally got our invite that we were looking for. Let's just say we can kind of predict some things that are definitely coming out, but also we have no idea on some other things. So let's just actually do some speculation here. Okay, so let's get the things that we definitely know out of the way first. And the first thing that is coming that we are completely certain of and kind of sad about is the next iPhone SE, the iPhone SE 3. We're not exactly that happy about it because it's literally only getting two upgrades, which is 5G, which honestly, why do you care about 5G? I really don't get it. We don't have a 5G tower up here, and I've mentioned this time and time before. The problem isn't the speed of our cellular, the problem is our coverage. I still don't understand why carriers think our problem is speed. That is just not the case. The problem is coverage. Anywho, enough of that argument. I've mentioned this a million times before. And then we're supposed to get the A15 in the iPhone SE. Other than that, nothing's changed. Camera's still the same, body is the same, feature set is pretty much the same. Same iPhone, just now with a new chip and 5G.
Yay!
The next product that we definitely know is coming due to, well, A, leaks and rumors, but also B, kind of badly needs it, is the iPad Air. Ever since the iPad mini and budget iPad came out in September, it pretty much makes the iPad Air look like a terrible value compared to the two. Why is that? Let's just compare the Air to the Mini because, I mean, those are the closest related products, while the biggest differentiating feature is the screen size. But that's not just it. The Mini costs $100 less, but the Mini has the latest A15 chip, while the Air has last year's A14 chip still. The Mini also has a flash, the Air doesn't. But also the Mini has center stage, and not just the Mini, but also the budget iPad. Both of those iPads have center stage, while the iPad Air, nope. So the iPad Air is really missing out on what I guess now is basic iPad features at this point. That needs to get updated, and I have a pretty good feeling that Apple is going to update the iPad Air during this event. And that's pretty much all we completely know is coming at this event. We have no idea on the rest of things. I mean, we do have an idea that Apple's going to announce at least one, maybe two, but I'm probably going to guess there's going to be at least one Mac announcement. They're going to announce at least one Mac, be it a redesigned Mac Mini, a redesigned iMac. I'm referring to the larger one. And you know what? These leaks and rumors for the next Mac that are coming out, they're so muddy that I can't even make an accurate prediction as of what Apple might announce. For once, actually, the leaks community is actually having major disagreements on the same thing, essentially. Here's what I'm going to guess is coming out at this event. We already got the entry-level stuff covered, but we're still waiting on the Pro stuff. We got our MacBook Pros with the Pro chips and such, but now we need to get our desktops with the Pro chips, because I mean, laptops with Pro chips and getting desktop class performance, yeah, that's really cool, but we're still limited to our small screens that we can get on laptops. We kind of like our big screens that we can get on our desktop setups. I'm really hoping that they at least put a Pro chip in a desktop at this event, and there's two possibilities as of how they can do it. First is the Mac Mini. John Prosser has shared Mac Mini renders for a redesigned Mac Mini last year, and honestly, it looks pretty great other than it's actually missing something. Have you noticed the headphone jack's missing? Yep, so no idea if that's coming or not, though I have a pretty good feeling that it is because Apple has not ditched the headphone jack on any Mac product yet. And you know what? I think that's a good thing too, because considering that Apple updated the headphone jacks in the MacBook Pros to support higher impedance headphones, I think they know that pros value the headphone jack. If you edit audio stuff like I do, then you know you cannot use Bluetooth. You need to have a physical connection. And even though, yeah, USB-C is a good one, it just makes the whole DAC and such thing complicated that, yeah, we're probably better off just having our own external DACs versus trying to build in built-in ones into our earbuds and such.
Yeah, it gets complicated.
Point is, I don't think the Mac Mini is going to ditch the headphone jack. I'm pretty sure they're still going to keep it. And this Mac Mini with the M1 Pro or M1 Max, I'm actually very interested because I have a music setup that could actually make a lot of use out of it. And my problem is, and sure, I have my MacBook Pro here, it's got the M1 Pro and it's awesome, but I just cannot find a place for it in my music setup. The problem is, there's literally no place. What I mean by no place is there's nowhere to put it. There's no room to put it anywhere. I have no monitor to fold it up and tuck it into a corner or something, so I have to use the built-in display. And even if I did have a monitor, there's still barely anywhere to put it because the music stand will be blocking it. I can't really put it under the table because I need to access that area. I need to use a dongle to actually increase the amount of ports because, believe it or not, my music setup requires a lot of cables, and unfortunately, even if my MacBook Pro had USB-C everything, unfortunately, it's not even enough ports to accommodate that. I need dongles anyways. The Mac Mini is going to guarantee give me more ports, which is something that I need, and I don't mean like different types. I mean, I want more USB-Cs. I want more Thunderbolt ports. Thunderbolt's the superior standard, do not at me. So that's the reason why I want the Mac Mini. It's because I can actually fit it somewhere. I can actually mount it under the desk. That's my plan for the Mac Mini. I'm gonna mount it under the desk and then have a couple monitors attached on top on a VESA mount, just so that way I can actually have the proper room for the entire setup. Because I mean, if you take a look at it right now, it's a giant keyboard on a table. There's barely any room for a separate keyboard and mouse. On my amplifier, I have right beside the table, I have the mixer for all of my audio inputs and such. There's not a lot of room. I need the Mac Mini so that way I can mount my computer out of the way, basically. Alright, so that's the Mac Mini theory. Now here's the other thing that I would also be very interested in, but not exactly right away, and it's the new 27-inch iMac. I am so sad that I'm saying 27-inch, and that's because I would really prefer a 32-inch. Of course, we're not getting that, sadly, because for some reason Apple does not like big displays. 27-inch iMac, and these rumors are so out of whack. We got Ross Young, 100% accurate leaker, saying that we're not going to get this iMac thing until June or WWDC. Well, we've got other leakers saying that it should be coming at this event. Nobody can make up their minds, and honestly, there's only one way I can figure out these leaks. I really think these two leakers that can't seem like they're agreeing with each other are just talking about two completely separate products. I think there's an iMac 27-inch for, I won't say base model because that's technically the 24-inch, but 27-inch iMac that comes with M1 Pro, maybe M1 Max as well, and then a 27-inch iMac Pro with the M1 Max as default, or maybe the M1 Max Duo that's also in the leaks and rumors. I really think they're talking about two completely different 27-inch iMacs. It's the only way I can make sense of this. I believe there are two different 27-inch iMacs out there right now. If I had to estimate Apple releasing an iMac, because there are analysts that are saying Apple might release an iMac at the March 8th event, I'm going to guess they're going to release the regular 27-inch iMac, which will probably have the same colors as the 24-inch, basically similar features to the 24-inch iMac, except be at a bigger 27 inches. While the iMac Pro will still be reserved for WWDC, along with maybe the Mac Pro itself. That's my guess, but once again, these are speculations, and we won't have confirmation on any of this until we watch the event, which I will definitely be recording my live reaction of the event. Stay tuned for that when that happens. And that pretty much wraps up what we can expect for March 8th.
Peak performance.
That's pretty much what I got. Alright, thank you for watching. Do me a favor and interact with the stuff below. My name is Alpha DeWolf, Random Alpha, signing out.